me. It was just a fucking car, just a fucking dog. Just a dog. Vigo. Yeah. When Ellen died, I lost everything. Until that dog arrived on my doorstep. A final gift from my wife. In that moment, I received some semblance of hope. An opportunity to grieve alone. And your son took that from me. Stole that from me. Killed that from me! People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. So you can either hand over your son, or you can die screaming alongside.
Yes, he's back. Baba Yaga is back. Alright, so this is by popular demand. People have been asking me, hey, Mr. 4K, is there any way that you can show us a little bit the colors, HDR colors, on the OLED using the UP970? I'm like, sure, why not? I can do that. Why wouldn't I be able to do that? So without any further ado, let's go ahead. Let's go through some scenes, do a quick stills. Let's do that. Here's a one still from the movie, and I have to say it looks pretty good. It looks really nice and clean. Definitely you benefit from the OLED. I don't know if you guys can see, but let me use my magic. Well, actually it's right there, but I don't know if you guys can see. See my finger right here? You see the reflection of the headlights right there? You see that flare of the headlights, the reflection? That looks really nice. And this is the one scene when he goes in to test drive his car and everything. So let's go to another still. I mean, it looks good. Honestly, I'm really impressed so far what I'm seeing with this LG UP970 with the OLED. It looks really clean, looks very nice, and I'm sitting not too far from it. Like the HDR pops really nice. But there's a huge difference between HDR and Dolby Vision. I've noticed that yesterday, big time. But it still looks pretty good. This is still good, man. Way better than what I was experiencing with the KS8000. It wouldn't even read HDR on a KS8000. This is really nice. Look at this scene, for example, man. This looks amazing. This is OLED. See, I can watch this from anywhere. Any kind of angle. I can come here. I can come there. I can go from anywhere. And I can watch this movie. And it looks really good. Let's keep it at the center right here. Alright, let's do that. Let's keep it at the center. Like that. And then let's keep it like this. The color, it's nice. The detail in the movie really looks good. You have to remember, what you are seeing through your cell phone or through YouTube, it's nothing compared to what I'm seeing in person. And I can confirm it looks really good. It looks really good. Very impressed so far. Let's go to another scene. And here's a great example right here. John Wick sitting next to his phone with the coins. Do I need to spoil this movie? I'm pretty sure you guys understand why he goes to Continental. This is where all of these mercenaries, where they hang out, where they go in, and they have to have these coins in order to use the service. In order to stay at the Continental. But you cannot do any jobs inside the Continental. It's forbidden. That's why they killed that chick, because she was crossing the line. That's why she got revoked and she got killed. Alright, spoilers warning. If you watch the chapter 2, a lot of this shit gets explained. And on the chapter 3, even furthermore, they will explain John Wick past and how he got into this whole business and all that. Fuck, I just spoiled it for you a little bit. But anyway, let's move to the next scene. And here's another great shot. The deep dark levels are as deep as possible. The light on the HDR from that lamp on the left is shining really nice. So very impressed by this player so far, what it's doing. But look, this is expected, you know, because this player was made for the OLED, was made to work with the LG, so therefore it'll be better, you know. This is why you should always buy the player that you bought a TV with. It's just going to be better. And look at here, for example, another great example of the color popping out on that orange and everything. It just looks nice. Here, even if I go, I look at it from this angle as well, it'll be the same. And I mean, this movie looks already fantastic on the OLED. And with this player, you're definitely getting much benefit. But keep in mind, Dolby Vision, when they release this movie in a Dolby Vision, it's going to be even better experience on the OLED. And here's another great scene right here. If you look at all of the detail, all the cement that he destroyed to get his weapons and his coin. This is in his garage, basement. And you know, HDR looks fantastic on OLED. Even some of my old movies, even some of the movies, I was watching The Arrival with Charlie Sheen from 1996, and even that movie on DVD looked fucking great on OLED. And especially with 4K and HDR, I mean, it just looks fantastic. And here's a great shot of New York City. This is in Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. There's the Freedom Towers right there. In memory of 9/11, and then you can see that sunset right here perfectly. I mean, it just looks nice. The colors and everything's represented really nice. There's some noise that you see, but that's because of the film and the filters and the lenses that this director was using. So that's part of the movie. There's nothing you can do about that. But you only notice that if you pause the movie. If you play the movie, you're not going to notice that. Here, let me just play it for a few seconds. Like a few seconds, and that's it. There you go. Just a little bit right there for a few seconds so you guys can see it just for a little bit there. Hopefully I won't get flagged just showing you this much. Hopefully not. I hope not. Alright, let's move to the next scene. And this is my favorite right here. This really looks amazing. I'm using a slow motion here just to show you a little bit. Look, man, this looks fantastic on OLED, especially with the HDR. And HDR, this player reads HDR phenomenally, really greatly. It reads it on this TV because it is a LG and LG. This player was made for those of you who have LG OLED. This is why I said if you have a LG OLED or if you have a LG 4K TV, go with this player. But especially if you have OLED and you got Dolby Vision, and this one will support Dolby Vision pretty soon, and it will output Dolby Atmos with that receiver that I have, Onkyo TXNR757. So you're getting a full package deal. Now, if you have a Samsung KS 9800 or 9000 or 8000, then you want to go with the M9500 4K player because it works better. If you have Sony, go with the. If you have a Sony TV X900, then go with the UBP X800. It really makes sense, you know. Like go with the same model, man. And here's a perfect representation of that club scene right here. I just look at that detail. Look at that the green LED lights and then red, blue on these buildings. And the OLED represents this perfectly because it has that deep dark levels. And this is why OLED, it's the king when it comes to that depth of field dynamic picture. And that's what you get here. Here's another shot. John Wick right here. He looks fantastic, as he should be. He's a fucking John Wick. He's a Keanu Reeves, you know. He was Neo. He was a SWAT guy, and he stopped the bus going below 50 so it doesn't explode. He was a samurai. He's a John Wick. He was the FBI agent. And opposite Patrick Swayze. Look, that Keanu fucking Reeves, man. And then Ted and what's his name? The Journey. I forgot the name of that movie. Ted's Journey or something. Remember back in the 80s. It's a fucking Keanu Reeves. Alright? And just look at this scene outside right here. Look at that Mercedes, which is the S500. And I think it's the S500. And look at the detail. Look at everything in the background. It just looks fantastic, man. Looks amazing. And then look right here. Look at the detail right here. I mean, it just looks amazing. Look. You can even see in the distance, man. I swear, you can even see in the distance. Like you can see the lights inside the lights of the other building out there. It looks awesome, man. It's almost hard for me to believe this is the same player that I was using. And big warning is, do not buy this player if you have a Samsung KS8000. It will not work good. If you have LG 7700 or maybe higher with Dolby Vision and 4K, the IPS panel, go ahead with it. I definitely recommend this player to Westside Tech. Since you have a LG 7700, go with this 4K player. It's cheap now. They dropped down the price. I got it for like $200. So you can find it somewhere cheaper out there. You just have to look for the deals. But if you have LG OLED, this is a must, since you're going to be taking full potential of the Dolby Vision 4K movies coming out from Universal next month. So yeah. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. It's been 12 minutes. This is going to be my last video for tonight. I got a bunch of videos that I made in the past 3 days since Friday, so there's a shitload of videos for you guys to watch, to see, enjoy it, watch it. If I don't reply to your comments right away, that's probably because I'm busy. I got things I got to do, so that's why. You can leave your comments, and when I get a chance, I'll try to reply to them. And there you go. Enjoy it. It's 4K approved. Go buy this 4K player if you have LG OLED, or if you have any of the LG 4K TVs. This is a definitely recommended buy, and it's cheap. You can get it for $270 or $279. You save about 20 bucks, but I was able to get it for even cheaper price for like $200, you know. So there you go.